session. Okay. So today's assignment is related with the string operation that we have seen. Okay, so it is related with the numerical operation with some looping statement. We are going to use some looping instructions, statements in the program. How you are going to use this? Okay, so if you remember, we have done one assignment, practical assignment for X to BCD and BCD to hex. For that, we have seen we are performing with some two operations, or at the output window, you can able to have the two options, that is as a hex to BCD and BCD to hex. We are selecting with the appropriate option, and so for that program, we have not seen with the use for switch case, as it is having with the two options only, so that we have done it manually for selecting these options. But now here we'll do that with the help of as if it will be having with some more option, that is for some mathematical calculations. Okay, so as like a calculator program which you have done for using C programming. So here also by using this assembly level programming, how we are going to do this with the help of some looping statement. Okay, how we are going to do it with the help of this switch case specifically. Now here we are mainly focusing for this switch case for uh, instructions which will be used as in the form of switch case or switch condition. So we'll go to some theoretical point and then we'll start with the implementation. Okay, so for the yesterday's session also we have seen with this part. Okay, so this will be a hope it is visible for you. Right. So it is related with the switch case for 64-bit input decimal arithmetic operation, which we are going to using with the suitable macro. So we are going to use the appropriate macro for this and call with the different procedure to get the input. Okay, so which we are going to perform this generally for with respect to hexadecimal value, we are going to give it as an input for this program. So this hexadecimal value ultimately it will be converted into binary form, and for that again we are going to perform it for the operation. Okay, so but ultimately here we are going to give it as an input in the hexadecimal form, and output also it is in the form of hexadecimal value. Okay, so because as it will be for a 64-bit, so total 16-bit value, right? So as we have done it for the previous programs which we have seen for finding the largest value and displaying the elements as it is, which are entered from the keyboard. So for that, what the logic which we have done, so it will be applying with the same thing, just adding with the instructions which with which we are going to perform with the actual add, subtract, multiplication, and division. So 4 mathematical operations here we are going to implement with this. Okay, so for this will be required with this. Okay, so we have seen with the these theoretical points for yesterday's session also. So it is related with the conditional transfer instruction. Okay, so conditional transfer instruction with some jump. Okay, so that may transfer the control depending on the flags also. Okay, so when instruction executes. Okay, so conditional jump instruction. So conditional jump that are listened depending on the unsigned and signed transfer. Okay, that will be depends on the which condition you are going to have, right? So it will be having these few examples. Okay, so as I told that we are going to have it some few looping statement. Okay, so instead of that, first we'll go to this switch, and as and when we are having with the next assignment, so for that we are going to use for the further looping statements as required. Okay, so till now we have used with jump if not 0, or related with the procedure. If you have called any procedure and this loop will continue still, the condition will be 0, that will not be satisfied. So depending on these criteria, depending on these conditions, we are supposed to perform these operations. Okay, and flags, appropriate flags that it might be changes as per the condition. Okay, so that it is the jump if below or not below. So it will be having the two alternatives. So normally these are as like different combinations that you are going to have or you are going to use in the program. With that, we can either depending on these flags, we can transfer the control, but that it will be depends on the condition. Okay, again, it will be unsigned conditional transfer, and same it will be applicable for signed condition, right? So here we need to think when we are performing some mathematical operations. Okay, or generally for any numerical operation, if it will be considered with respect to sign bit, so that it will be better for getting an accurate result. Okay, or to perform with the mathematical operations properly or appropriate mathematical operations, it is need to get these to be done properly. Okay, or it need to be performed properly. Okay, so it is expected that sorry. Okay, so it will be expected that we need to use these instructions, okay, or these conditional transfer instructions, which the flags it will be also changes, and a few looping statements. So here we'll be having with the loop with respect to generally will be maintained with the value in ECX, which will be specified the number of repetition of a loop or value which you are going to have. And for the previous program, as we have seen how we are going to perform with the XORing for these values to neutralize the effect of any register if it has been changed. So that also we are going to use for making an XORing. So to make a with the getting a cleaning of these whatever previous values are there. So generally, if it is expected with the ECX, it will be initialized to 0 and it will be executed. So loop it will be executed for maximum number of times, whatever it will be given. It depends on the condition. This is really it is expected with the how many bits for which you are going to have with the value, right? So as it is for 64 bit, so it will be performing that many number of checking. Okay, so as like for after converting it into binary form, it will be made it with the bit by bit data. It will be identified or it will be compared if we are supposed to perform with this operation. Okay. Right. So these are the few instructions. So this it will be a flow. For switch case, generally it will be occurred with a switch with the case condition, what it is having, right? So depending on whether it is a true or false, it will be make with the default condition as a break, right? So as like a exit, right? So exit code, it will be a default case if no any input or appropriate input it has been given, the program should terminate. So that is a normal logic which we are applying it for any switch case if we are going to see it here, right? So that it will be some theoretical aspects. So how we are going to perform this, so that you are going to see it with the actual implementation, right? So let me check with this. Okay, so keep this terminal for this first for the text editor. So this it will be a fourth assignment. So we'll save this in a document. Starting with this video part. So we save it with some name. Okay. Okay. So start with the actual implementation for this. Okay. So which you need to have, that is section dot data, then section dot bss, and section dot text. Okay. So what are the input that you are going to provide it as for displaying with the messages? We'll get with that. Displaying the message, right? So with the choice. So we'll include with the signs. Okay, so because the input which you are going to take, it will be in this form. Okay, so as not in the form of choice 1, choice 2, directly we can take that in the form of this signs. Okay, so as an input, and depending on that, it will perform the operation. We'll display the message for the problem statement. Okay, so it will be optional part. If required, you can include. So switch case implementation. To message to. Okay. So this would be this assignment related to that. Okay, so I'll be putting this to get with the, if you are going to have with the selecting this. Okay, so I'll be uploading the same things on the Moodle so that we can get with the, by looking from the assignment also which assignment it is. Okay. The assignment name. Those joining it late, please mute yourself. Now we'll get with the output, whatever output that we are going to add for this. What addition is right. So this it will be for addition, similarly it will be for subtraction. That will be, let's say, the fourth. And similarly applicable for multiplication. So we'll just leave this part. Okay, so it will be done through virtual environments. It will be not working with this shortcuts to make some alternative arrangement for this. Okay. Application. This. Last operation, right? So that it will be formatted output that you're able to get with the uh, result that you're able to get. Okay. So and results that you want to display, you can result as in the form of final output also. Okay. So for that we'll require a few more variables. Okay. So we'll take that also. So which will be required further. Okay. So and in the form of final output. And that is related with the division which we are going to have. Okay, so reminder quotient that also will display so that we can able to get the proper output. Okay, B or result is quotient will take it as n underscore. So we're able to get with the detailed output, right? So we want in the detailed form. Quotient. Sorry, we'll display that on the same line. Okay, so that will avoids with the confusion what it will be quotient. Right, so we take the length of it, right? So then only we can display it. Okay, so m underscore insert underscore will take length, right? So while putting the variable, just make sure that don't give some extra spaces, otherwise it will be issues and error for this. Okay, so it should be having with the appropriate spaces for the formatting, but related with the variable, don't give some extra spaces. Okay, so otherwise it will be same underscore length. Right, so it will be for quotient, same it will be then for reminder, we'll take it as okay, REM into reminder with it. So it will be a time consuming part for detailed output as we required. If you want to display with the just uh, division, it will be okay, but as here we are required with the proper output. So we need to get it the okay. So that is the expected. Right? So it will be depends how much sort you can do for this. But as here we are giving you the message for displaying with the appropriate output. So it will be or it need to be performed properly. Okay, so this will be for reminder. We will get with the choice default choice for this default or whatever the input that you want to get. For that, it will enter choice. I think we have entered with the choice initially. We'll display the message properly. The default choice with enter correct choice. So that it will be for default choice if it is coming with the issue. Okay. Right. So this much it will be sufficient for getting your multiplication, addition, or entering with the choice. If it is not correct, you need to get to the correct choice for this, right? So these are all part for every program, right? So it will be a time consuming. So as I we have been able to say it, it will be required because if you are able to have output properly, formatted output, so the end user will be using this. It will be understood properly that what output he will be getting in which form or by looking at the program is okay. So whatever the first part from the data section, you can analyze that what input it will be having in what form it will be having. Now here, as we are not mentioning any, let's say, what can say it as hexadecimal form, but it will be a generalized input which you are going to give for the program. Okay. So we'll take with the BSS section or reserves space, right? So in this you can either mention the macro or macro if you want, you can specifically mention it outside the BSS also at the start of the program also. Okay, so it is as like a general function call or common function call which we can able to perform with the multiple operations. So you can either mention it in the BSS or at the start, that is before the data section, that is also allowed, right? So we'll do that also so that you'll be not getting confused that if it has been mentioned with the at the start, it might having some issue. Right? So it can be mentioned as like this, so that's before a data section. Okay. So what are the common things are there? So we'll end it with the macro, right? So we'll mention it at the start. So with it will be having with the system call move rx comma first assignment first parameter move rdi second assignment move rsi with third assignment. Okay, our third parameter. Okay. And then with the system call for this. Okay. So if we'll save with this file, it can be able to get with the appropriate color code, right? So to get with whether we are typing the contents properly or not. Okay, so specifically here there are few editors, right? So default like editors with which also we can perform this, but to get with the to get with the appropriate input, will be using this as a start. Okay. Or with the help of text editor, we are going to perform this. Okay. So there is this section so that we can able to. So, okay, so here will be required with the choice. as an first input, which will be in the form of right, directly we can give it as in the form of numbers also. Sorry, here as we are taken expected to use with the appropriate signs, right? So we'll take that in the form of sign only. We'll get the output. Which will be expected as in the form of, if really we'll take more size for this instead of bytes, we'll take it RESQ. Okay, so which will be having with some more size. Okay, so after performing the addition, multiplication, definitely we might be required some more size. Depending on that, we'll take up some more space for reserving this output. Okay. Okay, so we'll require with the two inputs from this, number 1 and number 2. First, that will take it in one input, then number 2 with the second input. Okay, we'll require with the temporary variables also to get with the size. Okay, so for intermediate input, we'll take that also. So for storing the temporary result, we'll take that. Okay, and that it will be sufficient for this. As macro part, we have mentioned it above for it, right? So it will be only having with this BSS part. Okay, so that is the required variables which you can use with the reserve space, okay, which can be used further in the program. So you required with the first line, global underscore start. So from the keywords, as we are going to say with this file, we can able to find the difference. Okay, so that is a global, it will becomes under different sign. Okay, so first will display with the message. I think it has been given with the switch case implementation, right? So generalized message will display that first. Message 2, the length 2, okay, then implementation is the next message with 3, okay, and then we'll wait for the enter with the choice as a message for display. Okay. So input, okay. Now we'll take with the appropriate values which are going to put it for this. Okay, so that values which will be in the form of hexadecimal form. Okay. That it will be around, put it as in the form of first with the choice and then with the number. Okay, so actual bytes or actual input for the checking with the conditions. Okay, so now here from this we'll start with the actual loop, right? So we'll take with the compare bytes with respect to choice which are added, right? So if it is having with the sign bit, we can take it in the form of sign, right? So it will be with help of choice 1, choice 2, like that you can want to take. Then it will be again having with the options. You can display with the message that is the first choice is for addition, second choice is for subtraction, and it will be expected that we need to get this as in the form of signs. If it is expected that it is having it as an addition, then if it is not, then we need to get it for second choice, right? And if not, then it for exit, right? So this it will be a first case default that it will be having, right? So which we are going to put as in the form of case 1, case 2. Right? Right, so that it will be not taking much time. Okay, now we'll check with the again. Now here just we are taking with the initial part as like in the main. We are calling with the procedures. Okay, if it will be having with the plus, then it will be with some other operations. Okay, so sorry, here we are not with the call. So it will be having with the if before getting with the choice, we need to get with the function, right? So the procedure. Right? So generally we are calling with the procedure. If it is first choice, that is addition, then it will be call for the add. If not, it might be second choice. If not, then it will be wrong choice. That is a default convention that we need to apply. So it will be checked with the second option. Choice with the second thing. Then it might be case 3. Call for the another function and exit. Okay. So this it will be just a function call, like in the main we are not writing. Okay, so if you want, you can add the direct code under this. Right, there is a logic for add, subtract, multiplication. But as here we are segregating the things properly, right? So we'll avoid the less part in the main function. So we'll do that. So it will be a next third possibility. That is a compare with byte. Then it will be for third choice is multiplication. And last choice it is for division. For the procedure division function, if not, that's it. So, and we are expecting that as in the form of choice, right? So if it is having with some error, so here we'll get with that in the form of error code. Okay, if it is some wrong choice, if it has been given default, that is for exit case. So we directly can put that in the form of exit, but if it will be having with some default condition, then it should be continues in the loop, right? So if it will be having the appropriate choice, so we'll take that with the help of fifth case, right? So that is a compare with a byte with the choice, and we'll take that as in the form of some ASCII values. Okay, so if it will be having, then we'll get it for one function called for this. Okay, so error. Okay, so it will be referred as a default keyword. We can display that message also, or if it will be having with the appropriate function, then we will call to this. So this it should continues with this loop. right? Subtraction, then or for the multiplication, so it will be continuing if it is not having the appropriate choice. And division. Okay. And if it is not for this, or jump for the exit. Right, so it will be checking with this all, and where we have called with the error, directly we can get it instead of exit.